Okay,
Yay!
Kai,
Hi!
our top model of Crunchfish.
Yes, I am. I try to be.
This is really nice to interview you because we know actually so little about you, and it will be so interesting to find out more. Sort of, why are you here? And if we start with where do you come from?
Where do I come from? Yeah, well, I was born and raised in Berkeley, California. I guess the hot spot of the whole hippie movement, Bohemia, that sort of thing. And I lived there for basically all of my life up until the age of, I think, 18, 19.
Yeah.
Met the love of my life, moved here, and yeah, I've been here ever since.
So when was that? When did you come to Sweden?
Ooh, 2004. So it's been
Oh wow, 15 plus years. Sort of.
15 plus years.
Yeah. And have you been in Malmö all the time?
Yeah, the whole time.
Living in Malmö?
Yeah, Malmö's become my home. So
yeah.
I mean, I like it. It reminds me a lot about Berkeley. I mean, just the whole multicultural vibe. Copenhagen is right across the pond.
The bay, sort of.
The bay,
yeah,
exactly.
Yeah.
San Francisco, it's kind of has that vibe there. So yeah, it feels like home.
Yeah.
It's become my home.
Yeah. And you studied here as well, haven't you?
Yeah. Yeah.
What did you study?
Yeah, the question. But yeah, it was a combination of, I guess, political studies and some helsenskap. Yeah, that sort of bit at Malmö Högskola. So I have a kandidatexamen in European Studies.
Yeah.
And then I did a stint at Lund University, getting my master's in social policies and welfare management. So again,
social policies and welfare management.
Yeah. So it's like dealing with I guess, social sciences.
How is that? What is a master of social science, social policies and welfare management say about the Corona days, sort of? Because but wouldn't that be a wonderful thesis to write, sort of, for a master's student in that?
Yeah, definitely. But just seeing how, I guess, our resources in Sweden are being adequately applied to, I guess, sort of manage this whole Corona epidemic, and to make sure that, I guess, our health facilities and that sort of sense
can cope. Yeah.
Can cope with.
Do you think because Sweden is sort of Sweden is like we are quite often in the world, we're a little bit of an outlier because we haven't closed our borders, we haven't closed our at least not our primary schools, and what does your folks back in the States say about crazy Sweden again? That we are, or are you? What do you think?
What do I think? I do have to agree that, I mean, the rest of the world is sort of like tightening its grip in terms of its borders and sort of, issuing a statewide quarantine. The situation in San Francisco, where I'm from, or California, is becoming very serious, especially with, I guess, a high homeless population, and that sort of like being like, oh my God, the craze, like if it's going to be spread very quickly through that. And of course, I mean, with the healthcare system back home, not a lot of people have the possibility to get treated if they were to get sick. So it's a very serious thing. But yeah, again, I'm a little afraid, of course, I'm not going to lie, especially for my friends and family that I have here, especially my son. But I guess the best thing to do right now, instead of like allowing myself to be, taken in anxiety and fear, is just to take it one step at a time.
Do you think you are more safe here in Malmö than you would have been back in Berkeley, California?
Yeah.
Better here.
Yeah.
And your modeling career. Did it start with Crunchfish, or had you done some modeling before?
Since my stunt here at Media Evolution City, people have, asked me to act as a statist or a model for, I don't know, like an online sort of like commercial or something. So it happened maybe once or twice.
Yeah.
And then you guys approached me, and I was just like, well, maybe it's a sign. Say yes, Kai. Don't be afraid of it. It's an opportunity. get out of your shell. So that's what I did.
Have you got any? Because we did one round of pictures where we used you really as our top model to with glasses to do a gesture or and I just loved some of those pictures. We've used them so much in sort of every single product presentation we've done ever since. And did you get any reactions from friends, family on those pictures, or is it just we that Crunchfish are excited, but we are the only one? Or
I mean, initially everybody, yes, of course, they thought that the pictures were beautiful, and they were just like, you know what, we've been telling you for the longest, like, go out there and take pictures and do some modeling because you're a beautiful person. And of course, the introverted person or part of me is just like, you know, don't like attention being put on me. But yeah, the reaction has been great. The hand movements, they sort of like thought that I was like holding up like an imaginary puppet, sort of like this. But other than that, yeah, they really enjoyed the pictures. And they thought very nice.
And we've just recently done, because Crunchfish is moving towards much more now mobile payments and fintech, and we just thought we need a new, we need to call our top model again. And we're very happy that you agreed. And we found there your, I don't know, your friend, your male top model, Drew.
Yeah, Drew.
Yeah, and that was kind of fun. Who is our Indian sort of, guy working for us in India. Yeah, and that worked well with you two in various situations. Some with only you, some with only Drew, and some with both of you together.
Yeah, it was a good experience, and Drew, he's just a very nice guy, and yeah, we just joked around a majority of the time. So yeah, it was pretty fun.
No, I think I've seen many of the pictures, and we are preparing our investment memorandum right now. It's actually being released tomorrow. And you're all over the place. Front page, and there's many, because this time we decided to, as you know, display mobile payments in a variety of scenarios, in a taxi, at the gas pump, whilst parking, in retail, at the bakery. You've been everywhere. Yeah. And I think it was nice. I think I haven't actually seen some of them because we did motion picture as well. So it wasn't just shots.
Yeah.
So how was that to do acting?
Acting, yeah, it was a little. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, it's a little difficult at first because you have a camera. Like, you know, you're just like, okay, yeah, I'm being filmed or whatever. But yeah, I was just, you know, putting myself in everyday situations. I mean, I do go out and buy things or go out and pay, you know, to use a taxi or whatever. So it's just to put myself in that mindset.
Yeah, it worked all right.
It worked all right.
Yeah. No, I've seen some. We haven't put all these things together. We're so happy because we have so much assets, sort of for marketing and product presentation. And seeing is believing, and being able to show how our products work. I think will be very valuable for us. We haven't had all that rich set of material before, so thank you so much for helping us with that.
Thank you for the opportunity.
But what's sort of I'm curious about you, Kai. What's next for you? Where do you go with your top modeling career, or do you have other plans, or what's going to happen with you?
What's going to happen with me? Yeah, well, definitely. Maybe get myself out there and be open to the opportunity of maybe taking photos or being a model or just, you know, having that as a side gig. Yeah, Meet Evolution, it's been good to me, but I think it's time for me to maybe spread my wings a little bit. Yeah. So I don't know what the future holds. Maybe it might be going back to school again. You know, I was actually thinking about getting into interaction design at Malmö Högskola.
Okay, interaction design.
Yeah, so we'll see. We'll see.
You know, Thomas, who's here behind the camera, he's an interaction designer.
Really?
Yes.
Okay,
yes.
So now I'll have someone to pick their mind and
yeah, and also my eldest daughter.
Really?
Eleanor, yes. She worked at Crunchfish before. She worked with the Bubble before, and she designed our. She's done a lot of some of our early apps that we had. Certainly on the Bubble area when we had this proximity type of apps. This was she that designed those apps.
Really? Really?
She also did our logo.
Okay.
Yeah, the Crunchfish, the most famous. That's also work done by Eleanor, and she studied in New York
Really?
at Parsons.
Smart design.
Yeah, and she's done sort of strategic design. So she studied design, but with a business angle to it as well. So it's but I think here's Malmö Högskola. They have a lot of those. Niche, quite good educations here. I know that they have gaming is huge here,
yeah.
And they have some others as well that is quite successful, sort of. So how long is that program?
It's 3 years. It's
3 years.
Yeah, that's something to consider as well because I'll be 38 by the time it's over. But I think right now it's just to like with everything that's happened this past year. And me sort of like being in a space of just trying to figure out what it is I want to do and actually, Volga or actually take that first step.
Yeah.
So, we'll see where life takes
me. Well, does it start in the fall?
Yes.
Sort of, yeah.
Yeah.
And you have you applied or you're waiting for?
I have applied, just waiting until May to find out if I get in. So
Yeah. No, the good thing if you get in is that I know where Malmö Högskola is, and that's not far from us. So if we ever gonna take some more shoots, we know where to find you.
Oh God, yes. You guys know
and we are so grateful for you sort of twice now being our top model, and very happy to. I'm sure there will be more opportunities, and if you stay in Malmö,
I'll be here.
then it will be easy to engage you again. You'll get a call.
Okay, well, thank you again for the opportunity.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And thanks for volunteering for this sort of interview as well.
Okay, no worries at all.
Thanks a lot, Kai.
Thanks.